Julie here with Northern Waters Cleansing Co. And today's video is the Love Spell soap. This was a super duper fun soap to make, in part because I used a new technique to me for the embed. And that is a technique I saw on the Ophelia Soapery channel. At least that's where I first saw it. And I believe the soap maker there is named Julie as well. So small world, you go through life and meet one or two other Julies and you get into soap making on YouTube and suddenly there's more. But anyways, the technique she used was to sort of pour a pool of cold processed soap, let it harden up, and then use cookie cutters to cut out her embeds. And so I really like that technique. It's really useful in Canada, to be honest with you, because if you're selling soap the proper way, you've registered your soap as a cosmetic with Health Canada. When you submit a cosmetic to Health Canada, and cold processed soaps fall under the cosmetic category here, you're submitting a very detailed recipe to them, and you're saying that the ingredients in your recipe fall within this certain range. And so when you're doing embeds, if you decide, hey, I'm going to do some melt and pour embeds and throw that on top of my cold processed soap, technically that's another recipe. And so you then have to apply to have the ingredients that are in your melt and pour soap as part of your cold processed soap recipe, or like the entire soap recipe, right? So I don't know if that comes off as totally confusing, but what I'm saying is when you have a technique like you would see on the Ophelia Soapery channel, it's perfect, because what you can do, or at least what I can do here in Canada, is I can use my regular cold processed soap recipe and I just scale it way down to like a little tiny cup worth of it. Then I pour this puddle of soap on parchment paper, and once it's firmed up enough, I use the cookie cutter to cut out my embeds. So I don't have to change my recipe that's registered with Health Canada. I still have the same number that my recipe has been assigned by Health Canada, and it's that number that ultimately allows me to have insurance on my cosmetic products here. Now, I don't know if this works the same all over. I think based on some sort of periphery information I've received, in the US it doesn't quite work this way, and I think that in the different states there are different rules about how you register your cosmetic products. So if you're watching from the US or anywhere outside of Canada, definitely research the rules that are in place in your country and your state, just to make sure that you are adhering to the really important, what I would say, rules about that it really end up keeping consumers safe. So that's sort of my, I don't know that that's a rant, but that is my discussion for today. Anyways, I'm gonna get into making some cold processed soap. I hope that you stick around and check out this Love Spell soap, because I gotta tell you, the cut is divine. I'm loving this soap. I have no doubt that you're gonna love it too. I'll catch you all in the next video.